Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai. Pratasmarami Hridi Samspurat Atmatattvam Sat Chit Sukham Paramahamsa Gatim Turiyam Yat Swapna Jagar Sushupti Avedi Nityam Tadbrahma Nishkalam Aham Najabhuda Sangha Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasya Laksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvadi Sakshibhudam Bhavaditam Gunarahitam Sadguruntam Namah. Life is what is required to set life free, to make it blessed, is to do all actions in the spirit of perfect surrender to the will of the All-Wise Master, the Master of your being and the world existence. This is possible in all the fields of activity in which you are placed in consonance with your nature at a time. First, we have been asked to know the real source of our being, to know who really we are. For that we have to subject ourselves to systematized thought and discipline, to go beyond the boundaries of body, mind, intellect. Here he says what is required to set life free and make it blessed is to do all actions in the spirit of perfect surrender to the will of the All-Wise Master, the Master of your being and the world existence. This is possible in all the fields of activity in which you are placed in consonance with your nature and attain. Your nature and attain. Yesterday at the time of closing, Papa gave us this, a new line of thinking. Each one has to follow a unique method. Why is it that we are not aware of our own unique method? Because that unique method has been given by Him only to us. So unless we try to contact Him, unless we try to establish our communion with Him, it will not be revealed. Until such time, you will be following only what others say. Here Papa says, life is a game with which you play as you play with a doll. All the emotions and passions you exhibit in this play are the necessary and inevitable movements of it. When you observe as an unaffected witness this most wonderful game of life, made up of the clash of ideals, interests and thoughts, you realize that it is there before you only as a sport and nothing else. After this, during that game, we are not serious. After that, the goal which Ramdas places before all people is nothing short of an independence and freedom, born of the submission to the divine power, which controls, guides, actuates every individual in the course of his or her own life. To live like dumb-driven cattle is not the purpose of life. Each individual has to draw upon all the latent resources of his or her existence in order to rise to the height of absolute freedom, a freedom by virtue of which he or she yields wherever it is necessary to yield, stands firm like a rock wherever it is proper to do so. To be a timid creature without firm convictions vacillating at every passing breeze and circumstance, is indeed to become an object of pity on the part of some and of derision on the part of others. So he clearly mentions about it. This aspect probably it would not have struck to us.
The meaning of derision. Meaning of derision.
Mocking.
Mocking.
Weakness.
Weakness.
You take that? Dictionary.
You have heard that.
No.
Do we use it in colloquial?
Colloquial, not colloquial.
Because words are so high.
Very difficult.
And they're difficult to understand.
Mockery. Contemptuous, ridicule or mockery. Normally we use it for mockery. Kaliyaka. Is indeed to become an object of pity on the part of some and of derision on the part of others. So the message is that we must try to dig and bring out of the uniqueness. Then only the progress will be fast. So that we will not be following anybody. And that's what he did. And that's what Mataji also did. Don't be like dumb-driven cattle. And wherever we have to be firm, we are firm. That we will say, in our sadhana, we will not be flexible. But for others, we will be totally flexible. When it affects somebody, it will be flexible. But when it affects our sadhana, no. So now the struggle is to find out our own uniqueness. How many years it took us to understand this? A release of divinity in that he specifically says, unless you follow the dictates of your own conscience, you will not be able to. Because each one of us is unique. You can see the medical treatment now. We have got more than 7,600 organs in our body. Even in each and everything there are multiples. Muscular system, digestive system, respiratory system, urinary system, reproductive organs, endocrine system, circulatory system, nervous system. And then in each and everything, functions. And everybody has experimented. Modern medicine, Ayurvedic, homeopathy, Unani, everybody, But still, each one has to be diagnosed, Because each one's body is different. Apparently, we all look the same. But that was the uniqueness is there even in the genetic system. That is why your children are separate. Why our brothers are separate. So the uniqueness is there. And there is some characteristic separate from others. We don't know. He has given. He gives, Normally our science teachers, when the raw material is same, when the process is same, end product should be the same. This is our material science teacher. But then we find, no, parents are same, process of reproduction is same, children are different. So one more unknown factor is also there. That unknown factor normally we call it as uniqueness. Even at the same time the fertilization has taken place, unique twins. They are also, apparently they look like that. But each one stage, temperament, everything is there. The uniqueness also he has given. Why we are not aware, we have not contacted him. So when he made us to dwell upon prayer, prayer is to know his nearness. Prayer is to commune with him. Then we should ask him, what is my method? I don't know my method. Kindly tell me. So when he asked him, it will be revealed. That is why he revealed to all these Mahatmas in their own way. Prabhupada did not go through any traditional. Ramana Bhagavan did not go through any traditional. Sri Anandamaya did not go through any traditional. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa did not go through any traditional. Suddenly we become aware. Each one had direct contact. What we do, we are following something. With the result, we don't reach anywhere. Some mind says it is reaching, but no, it is not reaching. So this is something on which we have to all keep on reflecting. Show me mine. Or remove me these mine. If you think I am not matured enough to understand my own uniqueness, you remove this mine. Then it's okay. Then you will do it. So either you make me aware of the uniqueness in me. If that is not possible, remove this one. I know that all, then there is no problem. In Papa's case, both had taken place. That is why he says, Ramdas was seeking always guidance from within.
How to know whether it's ego which is prompting us or whether it is his voice? How to do?
Papa has given some clues. When the prompting comes which is free of self-interest, if it is from the universal standpoint, it is coming from him. If it is coming from individual standpoint, it is coming from my sense of individuality. That person will know, because it will the blissful thing, present feeling will develop. Spontaneous also. Yesterday, when we were going through divine life, we shared this there. Normally, Papa doesn't use the word I, Normally, he doesn't use.
About the articles we had,
but 20 articles we selected. We brought in a small musing. So there, he is talking. Then when we went through, it was a very nice journey for us. So there we find this I, it is a polished I, improved I, awakened I, refined I, where it is not thinking about Ramdas the individual. But there is an individuality now. So Ranga's body is there, it will be there. So refined individual. From that place, he says, I look around. Everywhere I find myself revealed in 1,000 forms. And he kept on, this is something, The sadhaka should keep on thinking about it and reflecting. When I talk, I am dumb. You can start reflecting, What is that? What does it mean? When I walk, I am still. All paradoxical. When I work, I am at rest. I do nothing when I move the words. All dynamics are mine, while I am the static truth. Verily I am, and I am not. Can I apply this to my God? I am none else but He. Just imagine to put down these words. Article, soul is God. When we start doing research on this, that itself will give us more and more, a big sadhana for us. God is present, God is absent. He is remembrance, He is obliviousness. He is myself, He is yourself. When I look at Him, I see myself. I have His vision when I appear before myself. I realize Him when I know myself. How are we mixed up? He and I? Why not conclude I and He are one? No, sadhana. So these are some thoughts. To put it in words, you try. That is a real struggle. Now reading is okay, So suppose thoughts are coming in your mind. To put it in this word, charged with that experience. Because it is purely subjective. When I talk, I am dumb. When I walk, I am still. When I work, I am at rest. I do nothing when I move the words. All dynamics are mine, while I am the static truth. Verily I am, and I am not. Can I apply this to my God? I am none else but He. God is present, God is absent. He is remembrance, He is obliviousness. He is myself, He is yourself. When I look at Him, I see myself. I have His vision when I appear before myself. I realize Him when I know myself. How are we mixed up? He and I. Why not conclude He and I are one?
So if you write this only after state the height sound, but that part not during sadhana, that is after.
No. I try to define God. God is a mystery, known and unknown. He is my beloved. I made Him my own and became He. I made Him my own, became He. I started adoring Him as a lover, ended in becoming the beloved. When I found myself, I discovered Him. I saw myself and I beheld Him. When I sat quiet, He said, "You are I." When I moved, He declared, "It is I that move." When I sat quiet, He said, "You are I." When I moved, He declared, "It is I that move." What shall I say of myself? I am a puzzle. If I say I am this, I am also that. If I am seen, I am also unseen. If I am great, I am also small. Everything I am, also I am not. What a wonderful way. I and He mingle together, get lost in each other. To distinguish us is impossible. We are really one, though apparently two. I am in ecstasy, which is incomparable, for it is ineffable. I feel at times I am ecstasy itself. Whenever I cognize anything apart from myself, at once separation dissolves, I realize I am that. Inwardly, outwardly. I feel I am one with all. In and out belong to an unreal dream. My Lord, unreal is yourself, real is yourself. Whatever is or is not is yourself. I am life of my life. I am being of my being. I am soul of my soul. I shine by my own radiance. I am light unconditioned because I am infinite. I am truth unconditioned because I am eternal. I am the causeless cause. When you see me, you see him. Who are you? You are then myself. Then when you see me, you see yourself. Oh joy, what a revelation. For you, he and I are same. This is the highest finale to which spiritual seeking can aspire. The message is, reflection, reflection, reflection. Plumbing deep within. Om Shri Ram.